Good evening from the Doghouse at Eau Claire North High School. Zaleski Sports presents Big Rivers Conference girls basketball. And it's the Crosstown Showdown tonight between Eau Claire Memorial, 7-3 overall, 4-0 in Big Rivers Conference play against the Eau Claire North Huskies, 4-8 overall, 1-4 in the BRC. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined here at the Doghouse by former Memorial coach Dave Sparger. And Spargs, Crosstown Showdown. We all know what goes into those kind of matchups, although each team's going to be down one key starter tonight.
Yeah, it really was. We got here tonight, we were just expecting the usual five starters. Come to find out that for the Huskies, Adeline Shepler, she's out with a sprained ankle, and they're just trying to make sure she gets 100% before she gets back. And then we all of a sudden realized that Lydia Palmier for the Old A's was not suited up tonight, and it turns out she's become sick, so she missed practice yesterday and was not feeling up to 100%, so they were like, well, let's play it safe and make her sit out tonight. And so, yeah, a couple of key starters for both teams.
Yeah, Adeline Shepler, the senior from North, averaging 15.4 points per game, shooting 42.4% from the floor. We saw her the last time we did a Huskies game, Sparks, and she was outstanding, going head-to-head with Adeline Shepley of Rice Lake, who wound up with 47 on that night. But that was a game in which the Huskies were really even with the Warriors through one half, kind of ran out of gas going down the stretch. So the challenge for Deb Peterson's Huskies tonight is to try to figure out a way to kind of keep this game close.
Yeah, that is going to be the key. And you're right. You talk about Adeline Shepler against Rice Lake Warriors. The only reason they were in it at halftime was because of Shepler. She was lit it up that first half and kept them around. And now, you're right, who's going to step up? Who's going to be that player tonight that's going to knock down some threes or penetrate, make things happen that keep the Huskies close? Because that's what they want to be. They've got to stick around. You cannot let the Old A's bust one out and all of a sudden you look up and you're down 15 or 20 in a heartbeat, because they can do it to you.
Olivia Newmuller, freshman for North, 12.4 points per game. Melissa Mantefol, the 5'8 senior, 9.1 points per game, are going to be two players that the Huskies are going to have to count on tonight. For Eau Claire Memorial, we mentioned no Lydia Palmier tonight, but what they will do is plug Ava McCarthy into the starting lineup. Sparks, last time we saw the Old A's, they were playing that great game against Rice Lake. Shepley, I should say, tied it with the three with 5 seconds to go. McCarthy hit a buzzer beater to win it for the Old A's. So Memorial's depth has been a factor in all 7 of their wins, and I think it's going to be a factor tonight as well.
Yeah, they just love that pressure defense. They're going to fly up and down. They want a fast break, and they just rely on that depth to just wear you down. When you look at this lineup for Memorial, they've just got so many kids that are averaging 5 or more points. They literally have 8 kids that can score 5 or more. They really have about 4 kids that can score double-digit at any single night. We saw what Rhea Shaw did against Rice Lake. She all of a sudden a career high 27. Nora Kling can go off into the 30s on a certain night. She did that last year here against the Huskies. So a lot of depth in that Old A's. The Huskies are going to have their hands full tonight trying to slow them down.
North comes in on a 3-game losing streak. All 3 of those losses earlier this month. On the 3rd, lost to Onalaska 61-29, lost at Chippewa Falls on the 9th, 49-36, lost to Menominee on the 10th, 61-39. Memorial, meanwhile, got a win on the 29th of December against Grafton, that down at the Waunakee tournament. Then they lost to the host Waunakee squad, 68-55. Came back with that buzzer beater Friday night against Rice Lake, 71-68. And then lost on Saturday at Appleton East, one of the ranked teams in Division I, 59-43. We mentioned the Abes, 4-0. They have yet to play the Hudson Raiders, the other unbeaten team in the BRC. We're supposed to play them last week, but that Tuesday game got postponed. So a key game for the Old Abes as they try to stay atop the conference. For the Huskies, they would love to steal one tonight and kind of get back into the swing of things when it comes to Big Rivers Conference play. North versus Memorial. Right now, the national anthem, courtesy of the Eau Claire North Pep Band.
By the North High Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Joseph McCausland.
Getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups. Ava McCarthy will slide into the starting lineup for the Old Abes. Taking the place of Lydia Palmier. Rhea Shaw, 5'8 junior, 10.3 points per game. Nora Kling, the 5'7 sophomore, leading scorer, 17.6 points per game. McCarthy, the freshman, averaging 7.7. Cora Graham, the 5'10 senior, 2 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game. And Ava Hoytom, 5'7 sophomore, 7.4 points per game. Old Abes coached by Brandon Fanning. Starters for the Huskies, Hadley Sullivan, 5'4 freshman, right around 2.5 points per game. Melissa Mantefel, 5'8 senior, 9.1 points per game. Olivia Newmuller, 5'8 freshman, 12.4 points per game. Into the starting lineup tonight, Lily Brote, the 5'6 junior, 4.1 points per game. And number 30 is Anna Schmidt, the 5'7 sophomore, averaging 3.5 points per game. North, averaging 48.3 points per game, allowing 57.4. Old Abes in the high 60s as far as points for per game, and they allow right around 44 points per game. Sparks, quick key for each team tonight.
I think the Huskies are going to pack that zone. They've got to eliminate the penetration, make the Old Abes shoot from deep, and they've got to take care of the basketball. That's what the Huskies need for some success tonight. Old Abes just do what they do. Run that floor, take the opportunities where they can break it out, play that tough defense, but play the tough D without fouling.
Ball is tipped, and we are underway. Huskies versus the Old Abes. Memorial gets started on offense. Hoytom to Cora Graham. High post, Nora Kling. Short in the lane. Rebound pulled down by the Huskies.
Real good look, though. The Old Abes getting that high post. Nora Kling, she wasn't really expecting it. They already kind of left her, so she left her with that little 8-foot jumper that she left short.
Anna Schmidt got into the lane, kicked it out to Mantefel. Mantefel on the drive. Kling the rebound. Nora Kling on the push. Aurea Shaw. Graham up top. McCarthy step through. Gets it back. Wanted to get it to Graham. Knocked out of bounds. Hadley Sullivan playing some tough defense for the Huskies.
Nice little move there by McCarthy, taking a little Euro step, getting to the paint, but she just came up short. But that's a good look. That's how you break down that zone attack.
Cora Graham, Dave Hoytom. Inside, Kling. Kling will go to the line.
That's going to be a tough stop right there. If you let her catch it on a low block. She's not real tall. Dan's about 5'9", but boy, can she elevate. And she's just going to go up over the top. And the Huskies aren't very tall either, so she'll have that big advantage.
Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more for every room, every door, and every window. Place your trust in SOS Security. Nora Kling, leading scorer, and just a sophomore for these Old Abes. 2-2 from the stripe. And the Old Abes have the 2-0 lead, and they're putting on the full court pressure. Huskies break it. They get it to Newmuller. Now to Sullivan. Swings back Newmuller, and they're going to get her on the travel.
Again, that's what that defense tries to do, right? Tries to speed you up, get you out of your comfort zone, and right there, sped her up with a little travel. Good job breaking the press there by the Huskies, though.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into when you face the Old Abes. You know they're going to trap you. Sometimes they'll play straight up, man-to-man. Other times they'll try to steer you into that corner and then try to throw the trap on and cut off those passing lanes. But, yeah, it's something you have to be ready for. Shaw in the lane, tried to dump it down.
Yeah, didn't need to, though, right? That's just a little 8-foot jump shot right there. She's got to take that one. Little overpass right there by the Old Abes.
Inside, Rhea Shaw trying to finish through contact. Shaw again, and she'll go to the line. So Newmuller picks up the foul. That's the second foul on the Huskies. Rhea Shaw at the line.
We talked about the Huskies zone and how to try to take it away, pack it in, make them shoot from the perimeter. But the Old A's haven't had a chance to even shoot in the perimeter. They're getting inside, they're penetrating, so they're taking advantage of getting inside right now, and the Huskies got to take that away.
Memorial 4 for 4 from the free throw line. They got the early lead. Schmidt gets it across. Huskies maybe had numbers momentarily. Mantifull held ball with Kling. And the Huskies are going to have the possession. Alyssa Mantifull to throw it in. Fights Sullivan. Early stages first half from the doghouse.
A couple of freshmen going in up top there. McCarthy drawing Neumuller there.
Well, there's going to be some battles between those two over the years.
Yeah.
Huskies being patient in the half court, which we would expect. I don't think North, especially down Adeline Shepler, wants to get into a track meet with the Old A's. Getting clear in the lane and finishing, Olivia Neumuller.
Boy, she worked hard for that hoop. Nice job getting in the paint.
Kling in trouble, kicks it. Shot to McCarthy. Whitetom. Oh, look at Kling get the rebound.
Up over the top.
Putback.
Whitetop, nice little move off that baseline. Got a good look. Kling elevating for the rebound.
Huskies almost throw it away. They get it to Mantifull, gets it in the front court. Now someone's got to go help her. Gets it to Neumuller. McCarthy knocks it away.
Oh, a nice steal.
And Ava McCarthy is going to take it all the way in for the layup.
Quick hands from McCarthy coming up from the bottom there, tipping it away.
I think Neumuller thought that was going to go out of bounds and she was waiting for it to bounce on the line. It never did. Had enough backspin. And a ball knocked away. And we're going to get the timeout.
Yeah, just in time.
By the Huskies. We'll step aside as well. You're watching Girls High School Basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
The new Gross Motors Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Truck showroom and service center is now open. Check out the new Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram showroom, lounge, and service center. Rows and rows of vehicles, the best selection around, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you through the buying process. Gross Motors in Neillsville now has the largest Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership in central Wisconsin, all in one spot on Highway 10 in Neillsville.
Welcome back to the Doghouse, Eau Claire North High School. It's Eau Claire Memorial in girls basketball, leading Eau Claire North by a score of 8-2. 4 of those points for the Old A's coming from the free throw line. The other 4, or actually 4 of the points, courtesy of Nora Kling. Evelyn Bast into the game for the Old A's. She's out there putting the pressure on Anna Schmidt. Broats got a hand on it. We got a whistle and a foul.
Boy, that foul just saved the Huskies there, and Kling with a bust-out easy layup.
Also into the game for the Old A's, number 14, Katie Toutant.
For Lily Broat, that's her second, so she's going to go have a seat. Looks like, was that Hernandez that came in? Olivia Hernandez, I think, came in for her.
Yeah, Olivia Hernandez.
Yep.
5'8" senior. McCarthy to fellow freshman Bast. Toutant. Well, they got the pass inside, and McCarthy with the good hands.
Isn't that the truth right there? Good hands, knocked it down, recovered. You said it, Brattle. That's good hands.
And another turnover by the Abes. Evelyn Bast inside. Won't get the bucket, but she'll head to the line for a pair.
Again, just a little trouble handling that first pass, but stayed with it. Kind of went to the reverse side and got fouled.
Evelyn Bast, the 5'7" freshman, averaging 10.1 points per game off the bench.
Yeah, that girl's a shooter. She loves being outside the arc.
Addie Larson, number 10, and Veronica Fessenmeyer, number 22, into the game for the Old Abe's. HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They have been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the last 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. Another turnover by the Huskies. Bast leads the break the other way. Bast, they rotate it around. Toutant will take it up top.
Well, we talked about their depth. This is a brand new 5 on the floor for the Old Abe's.
Try a little high-low here. McCarthy gets in the lane. He came up short. Good bat along the baseline. McCarthy came out of there with it. And the Memorial's still going to run that same set, except this time it's McCarthy on the baseline.
Yeah, you're right. I did not realize McCarthy was still in the game, so that's the only starter that's still there.
The ball saved off the back of the backboard, so out of bounds. Old Abe's will keep the possession. They find Bast. A three-pointer, no good by Bast. It was right on line. And now the Huskies trying to operate in transition. That ball knocked out of bounds by Toutant. Nora Kling back in for the Old Abe's. Throwing in for the Huskies is Neumuller. Schmidt guarded by Bast. Manteful had it knocked away. Nearly stolen by Toutant. Schmidt on the drive. Manteful thought about the three. Instead, she'll take it to the hoop. Partially blocked, but foul committed by Addie Larson. So that's going to put Alyssa Manteful at the line. Manteful, 9.1 points per game. Security Financial Bank, whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB has the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com. Member FDIC. Oh for 2 for Manteful. Abe's into the front court. Bast. That winds up out of bounds, and the Huskies will get the possession.
Yeah, the Old Abe's were kind of looking either for that little bump foul there or getting it tipped out of bounds, but didn't get either one, so it goes back to the Huskies. Macy Schulzner is in for the Huskies right now.
Knocked out of bounds by Bast. Throwing it in is Manteful. She's in a tough spot down there, but able to get it inbounds. And Abe's are going to allow the entry pass, and they're going to put on the trap once the Huskies got it into the front court. Another substitution. Rhea Shaw, one of the starters, back in for the Old Abe's.
Hoytom also came in.
Knocked out of bounds by Kling. Anna Schmidt coming back in for the Huskies. She will get Hernandez. Twelve and a half to go, and the Huskies turn it over. Well, I mean, it was going to be a tall order for the Huskies tonight, but then you take away leading scorer, probably best ball handler, one of your veterans, the senior Adeline Shepler. It just makes it doubly tough.
Well, I think the key there, like you said, is the senior leadership. You know, when you get into trouble and things aren't going right, you need her.
Second effort, Nora Kling connects.
Second and third efforts.
It was a nice take to the hoop by Cora Graham. Huskies turn it over again. Kling takes it all the way in, counted in the foul.
She's so good at seeing those seams. Boy, if anything opens up, she's just going to take it to the hoop.
So Manteful picks up the foul, and that is her first. It's the 5th team foul on the Huskies, who take a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching girls high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Car Wash.
Hey, it's Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player. Abbey Bank is helping provide local families in need with a meal this holiday season, and you can double your impact. Abbey Bank will match all monetary donations for a total of $2,000 made through the Wausau and Weston Abbey Bank locations by Friday, December 12th. All donations will go to Peyton's Promise in Marathon County. For more information, visit abbeybank.com. Happy holidays from all of us. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Back at the doghouse, Nora Kling at the free throw line, looking to complete the traditional three-point play. Kling already up to 9 points in this ball game. She puts the Old Abe's up by 13. Whistle and a foul, and you're going to get Rhea Shaw on that foul.
Check that. They actually gave it to Graham.
Oh, they gave it to Graham. Okay,
Yeah.
So they had 21 and not 2.
Yeah.
Hoytom and McCarthy back in for the Old Abe's. Huskies ball down by 13. Schmidt on the perimeter. Guarded by Touton. Double handoff. Sullivan got it blocked. Touton, nice block there. Ahead to Graham. Out to McCarthy. Hoytom, three-pointer, rattles in.
That's her spot, boy. If she's spotted up on that arc, she's going to knock it down on most chances. Oh, great look. Oh.
Hoytom the steal. Fighting for the loose ball with Sullivan. Held ball, possession arrow point in the way of the Old Abe's.
Well, I thought that was an easy 2 points for the Old Abe's, but Sullivan, a great job with reacting, knocking that one back, and at least getting the jump ball to prevent the points.
Lily Brote back into the basketball game for the Huskies. Touton gets it to Shaw. Now they're open look. That one won't go for Hoytom, but the Abe's get it back. Graham, a little too much velocity on that pass to Shaw. Back the other way is Manteful.
She drew a lot of contact right there.
Yeah,
So
got the bump, and
they're going to say before
Manteful.
before the shot, though, they're going to say it, so it'll be out of bounds underneath here.
This were the college game or the pro game?
Give it. Yep.
Yeah,
you got it.
get that continuation. Addie Larson in for the Old Abe's. Newmuller tracks that one down in the backcourt. Her team down by 16. And that'll help the cause. Three-pointer for the Huskies.
Manifel left alone, so she takes it, knocks it down.
Huskies trying to pick things up defensively, but Shaw finds a crease and scores.
Well, that's the key to beating this zone right now. A little penetration and pull up and knock down that mid-range jumper right there. Shaw off the glass for 2.
Evelyn Bast in for the Old Abe's. Macy Schleisner in for the North Huskies. Well, we saw Rhea Shaw in that Friday night game against Rice Lake just go off.
Oh, absolutely. Had the best game of her career, no doubt about it.
And, you know, you touched on it in the pregame sparks. Memorial's got 6 or 7 kids that on any given night can lead the team in scoring. McCarthy getting doubled inside. Ava McCarthy, tough move.
That's strength right there, Brado. The freshman showing strength to get through that double team and take care of the basketball.
And patience as well.
Yep.
Realized, hey, if I'm just patient with this, I've got a lane to the hoop. Going the other way, Mantiful, and she will go to the line.
Yeah, Old Abe's slow on the help right there. They got to help that a little sooner, so good job by Mantiful seeing that gap and taking it to the hoop.
Wisconsin roads are rough on vehicles. Salt, slush, and grime do serious damage. Protect your ride with a Tommy's Express Car Wash membership. Unlimited washes, free vacuums, free automatic mat washers, and all year shine. One membership, all locations. Eau Claire, Plover, Stevens Point, Wausau, and Weston. Mantiful unable to connect from the line. Here's Evelyn Bast. Tried to get into that opposite corner for Hoyton. That pass went awry.
Yeah, that's the second time now she's tried to drive baseline and kick to that corner and just hasn't been able to complete it.
So it'll be North basketball. 9 minutes 35 remaining. Inbounds to Schmidt. Huskies will rotate it up top. Schleisner. Knocked away. McCarthy the steal. Look at that move. Ava McCarthy.
Pretty little hesitation, like she was going to kick it to the corner.
He had a big scramble. The held ball. Possession arrow's going to point the way of the Huskies. Ava McCarthy up to 8 points.
Yeah, she's having a real solid game here.
Hernandez Sullivan back in for the Huskies. This is Sullivan to Schleisner. Hernandez in the low blocks. Tough shot.
Good D by Larson there.
Quickly into the front court. Nora Kling. Contested there. Kling gets it back. Knocked away. Picked up by Mantiful. Huskies have had a couple good defensive possessions. They're going to need to string a few together to try to get this to a manageable margin by the halftime break. Mantiful on the drive. Nice look inside. Sullivan couldn't quite hang on to it, so another turnover on the Huskies. Rhea Shaw back in for Memorial. Newmuller back in for the North Huskies.
Pretty pass.
Great pass and the finish.
High-low out of Larson there at the high post. Great job looking inside to her partner down low.
Yeah, good recognition by Addie Larson. Made the good pass and Kling with the finish. Abe's by 21. Tough move. Schleisner gets fouled by Bast.
Yeah, Brad, we talked about pregame, the defensive theory or philosophy behind the Huskies is to pack that zone and not allow the penetration, make the Old Abe shoot it from the arc, and it just doesn't happen. Old A's have been able to penetrate. They've been able to get shots in the paint. They've been able to score off turnovers and make layups. They just get a ton inside right now. I think the Old A's are maybe 1 for 3 from the arc, so they've only had to take about 3 shots. Everything else has been penetrating in the lane.
Hey, thanks to our game day sponsor, Oakwood Bank in Augusta and Eau Claire. Proud to support local student athletes. That is Oakwood Bank in Augusta and Eau Claire. Quickly back the other way. It's Evelyn Bast with the bucket.
Wow, don't blink. Would have missed that one. A great job in transition after the made basket even.
Knocked away by Nora Kling, but they're going to get her on the foul.
That'll just be her first here in the first half.
6 teams fouls now on the Old Abe, so that'll put the Huskies in the bonus for the rest of the half. Schleissner gets it across, but then gets doubled.
There's that double, yep.
Near steal by the Abes. The Huskies get out of that jam. Up top, Neumuller. Neumuller on the drive. Came up a little short on that one. I think she thought there was going to be some contact there. Evelyn Bast.
Who's inside?
Nora Kling counted and the foul.
How
wow.
about that? Kick to the corner. She went to the weak side for that rebound, went up and got it, and then got fouled and made it. Great effort out of Nora Kling right there in that possession.
Yeah, she was in the right place at the right time. But that's, again, there's a percentage. I wish I could remember this because our coach used to always say this.
I know.
70, 80% of shots taken are long.
Well, they're going to go to the weak side.
So if somebody's shooting from that far corner, you get on this side.
Well, look who
And
gets her on
Kling
board.
Again. Yeah, she's a tough matchup for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
But especially against this North team, and you take Shepler out of there, it's just it's hard to match up with her, with her athleticism.
Yeah, she's so athletic, and again, she's big. She's 5'9", but she's strong. She's athletic. Yeah, like you said, who on the Huskies is going to match up that? They just don't have anybody.
Well, and that's the double whammy with Memorial. If you play zone and say, okay, we're going to pack it in on Kling, well, you've got 3 or 4 shooters out there that can knock down shots from the perimeter. Kling comes out. Fessenmeyer comes back in. Under 7 minutes to go first half. Old Abe's up big here against the Huskies. Whistle.
Good
and
tie.
A held ball, and the Abes are going to get the possession.
Yeah, good defense there by Ava McCarthy. Tell you what, McCarthy, the freshman, has a lot of those same attributes as Kling. Same kind of size and height, and just a smart basketball player. I mean, she may not be able to jump out of the gym like Kling can do, but she's got a lot of those other intangibles.
Good look. Graham in the corner, sinks the 3.
The senior from the corner.
Nice drive and dish by the Old Abes. Huskies get it to Manteful. Whistle, and they're going to get a foul. That's going to go on Cora Graham.
Yeah, now the Huskies get to shoot free throws. So they're in the bonus.
Alyssa Manteful to the line.
Graham's second foul here in the first half, so she's going to find a seat.
Shot to Hoytom. McCarthy. Boy, really unselfish play by the Old Abes.
How did Hoytom even know she was there, right? I mean, Hoytom cut through and she was calling for the basketball. She caught it. She's got McCarthy behind her, and she knew she was there with a pretty little pass behind.
Sparks, we've seen this Memorial team several times this season. It just seems that the chemistry is developing, that everybody is starting to get used to playing at this level with each other. And you had that influx of those freshmen. You know, you've got sophomores playing more time. And it just, again, I think that you can see things starting to come together. And, you know, even though they've lost some tough games in their non-conference, I think it's all something that's going to make this team better.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Fanning wanted. He wanted that tough non-conference schedule. Because, again, you got 3 sophomores and 3 freshmen playing at the varsity level. And, again, that's just a maturity thing. The more games they get at this speed, the better they'll get.
Olivia Neumuller and Anna Schmidt back in for the Huskies, who trail by 30. Just over 6 minutes to go here from the doghouse. Shaw to Fessenmeyer. Good look inside. McCarthy can't quite finish. Look at Addie Larson.
Good job inside by Larson battling.
Couple nice plays by Larson. Shaw, the kick out up top. 3-pointer up and good. Fessenmeyer.
Another freshman from the top.
Looped inside. Newmuller, nice move
Good
inside.
finish. Good, strong finish. Newmuller, good job beating her to the spot there down on the block.
Well, she's a double-digit scorer. Shaw gives it up inside. Larson couldn't hang on to it. Now Bast and Toutant back in for the Old Abes.
Tell you what, every whistle, seems like every dead ball situation, the Old Abes are subbing. They're just trying to keep fresh legs in there all the time with this press.
And we saw that, Sparks, in that Rice Lake game.
Yeah, and that's how they wore down the Warriors the second half.
Yeah, Rice Lake had a lead going into the break, and the Old Abes came all the way back, and a 10-second violation on the Huskies. You know, that pressure just kind of builds and builds and builds, you know.
Yeah,
even though you're maybe not getting that double-team trap, it just kind of wears on you.
Yeah, in fact, the Old Abes had 21 points the first half. They put up 50 in the second half against Rice Lake.
Ava Hoyton.
Hoyton spotting up.
And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the backcourt, and we'll head the other way for some free throws. Whispering Pines in Cadott is the perfect venue for your next special event. Now under construction, Whispering Pines is now booking events for spring 2026 and beyond. Just a short drive down Highway 29 from Eau Claire, Whispering Pines Golf and Event Center on County Road X in Cadott. Anna Schmidt to the line, looking for her first points.
Not going to come on that one. Left it a little short.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Closest this game has been is when it was 4-2 in favor of the Old Abes. Memorial then went on a big-time run, a 14-0 run to be exact. Bast, and followed by Mantifull.
Show the line to shoot a bonus here.
At the line for the Abes, number 12, Evelyn Bass.
So Evelyn Bast to the line. Freshman who's getting more and more playing time as the season has gone on. The first time we saw her, Sparks, we thought, okay, she's the kind of the designated spot-up shooter, but the more we cover the Old Abes, you start realizing there's a lot more to her game.
Oh, yeah, she puts it on the floor, and she stops and pops and looking the dish. Yeah, she is, for a young freshman, she's got a game.
Schleissner back in for the Huskies. He's working hard against that press. Bass takes it away. Evelyn Bass with the left hand, no. Good rebound in traffic by Newmuller. We'll stop and pop there.
Yeah, I like that move that there from Newmuller.
McCarthy into the corner. Toutant for three. That's long, but look who's there.
Yeah.
Nora Kling.
Weak side again. Again, the Old Abes was just that constant pressure. Playing fast. Just make the opponent play uncomfortably fast.
So Shaw back into the game for the Old Abes. Newmuller brings it across. Step back three is no good. Larson the rebound. Bast pushes ahead to Shaw. Rhea Shaw,
pretty
tough
move.
move. She will head to the line.
She had a couple of those right there against Rice Lake. That same little move. Find that seam, take that little Euro step through, try to finish. Drew the contact there.
Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. They have a pulse in the local real estate market, and they can help you with both existing homes and new builds, and they can assist you through each step of the process. That is Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. Rhea Shaw now up to 5 points in this ball game. Mueller swings it up to Manteful. Got Hernandez posting up.
Fessenmeyer, good defense there for the Old A's.
Held ball, the possession arrow is going to keep it with the Huskies.
Fessenmeyer, nice job just walling up right there, not reaching. Again, they're trying to keep the Huskies get off that free throw line, so good defense there.
Deflection picked up by Hernandez. Manteful. Gonna take it into the lane. Tough shot. It winds up out of bounds. Nobody touched it. So it's going to be Old Abe's basketball with 3:04 remaining in the first half. Chloe Rude is in for Eau Claire North. Maria Shaw will walk it up. Shaw now up the high post. Rhea Shaw all the way to the hoop for the finish.
Boy, they've done such a nice job in that zone attack tonight. They've been able to get it to the high post, and then they just had their way.
Mueller on the drive. Thought about that step back. Clears to Hernandez. Down to Rude in the baseline. Chloe Rude, that's off. Shaw the rebound. Nice interior passing by the Old A's.
Oh.
Fessenmeyer with the finish off a really nice pass from Katie Toutant.
Yeah, great unselfishness right there by the Old A's.
On the drive, Mueller, and they're going to get her for steps.
Yeah, again, walling up. Great job there by Toutant. Straight up, walling up, and put the pressure on her, and she kind of lowered that shoulder to try to create space, and she traveled.
McCarthy and Graham back in for the Old A's with 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Toutant back up to Bast. Graham in traffic finds McCarthy, who somehow gets to the hoop. McCarthy gets it back, lost it, out of bounds. Huskies basketball.
Yeah, McCarthy got it a little bit at that high post or kind of at the elbow and spun around, and everybody thought she was going to pass, and she realized that it parted open for her, just couldn't finish.
Minute and a half left, first half. Schleisner on the near side of Hernandez. Keep it inside to Rude. Good
Jump
defense there by Cora Graham, forcing the held ball and the possession arrow point in the way of the Old A's. Hadley Sullivan back in for the Huskies, another freshman. Toutant out to Bast. Cora Graham at the high post, dumping it down to McCarthy. A lot of traffic inside. Rude pulls down the rebound. Here's Schmidt into the front court.
Again, if you're Coach Fanning, you like how they're running their offense. It's some good looks. Couldn't finish, but good looks.
Hernandez, good take. Couldn't get that one to go. Ahead to Evelyn Bast. Off the glass and good for Bast.
Good kick up there to Evelyn Bast. Good finish.
Final 30 seconds of the half. It has been all Memorial. On the drive, Sullivan kicks to Rude. Long three-pointer, no. Ahead to Cora Graham. Finds Ava McCarthy. McCarthy off the glass for two more.
Great job of gathering and going off of 2 feet right there.
First half is in the books. Old Abe's 58, Huskies 8. Sparks, we talked about it. It was going to be a tough road to hoe for the North Huskies without their leading scorer, Adeline Shepler, and Memorial is just everything they've done has worked. Their pressure defense has forced turnovers. Their press has forced turnovers. They've gotten layups. They've gotten good looks. They've hit a couple threes. Boy, they are clicking tonight.
I was going to say, I think you just summed it up right there. Yeah, anything that they wanted to do, they could do that first half. When you put up 55 points in a half, you're right. You know you are clicking. So a good job by them running their offense, creating those turnovers, making things happen. And Huskies just haven't had an answer. They have just not been able to, take care of that paint, shut down that driving lanes, prevent the rebounds. It just really, they've got things to work on here at halftime. Talk about things to maybe try to slow those Old Abe's down.
Memorial 55, North 8. We will take an extended break. When we come back, we'll recap the first half and get you ready for half number 2. You are watching Girls High School Basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. It's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, they literally picked up everything. Whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Your business security not so secure? It's time to send an SOS to SOS Security in Eau Claire. With SOS's total business control system, you can lock doors, turn off lights, control thermostats, and more, all from the convenience of your smartphone. Contact us today and we'll design and install a custom business automation system for you. We'll even give you $100 off a new or upgraded system. From concept to completion, your business is secure with SOS Security.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Hi, and welcome to Balanced Health by Dana. My name is Dana Besson, nurse practitioner for over 18 years, and I am here to help you achieve optimal health. Do you struggle with anxiety, unexplained weight gain, brain fog, joint aches or pains? I specialize in bioidentical hormone replacement therapy to help restore balance and achieve your overall well-being. Call or text me today. I offer free consultations. I offer in-person visits as well as virtual visits from wherever you are. Take the first step to feeling your best and call me today.
Whispering Pines at Cadott is a great place for golf. And coming this spring, it will be the perfect Four Seasons venue for your special event. The Whispering Pines Event Center is now under construction and will be available for events this spring. Weddings, reunions, whatever your event, Whispering Pines Event Center is the perfect location. Just a short drive down Highway 29 from Eau Claire. Whispering Pines Event Center is now booking dates for 2026 and beyond. Whispering Pines Golf, and coming soon, Whispering Pines Event Center on County X in Cadott.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
The new Gross Motors Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Truck Showroom and Service Center is now open. Check out the new Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Showroom, Lounge, and Service Center. Rows and rows of vehicles, the best selection around, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you through the buying process. Gross Motors in Neillsville now has the largest Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership in central Wisconsin, all in one spot on Highway 10 in Neillsville.
Hey, it's Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player. Abbey Bank is helping provide local families in need with a meal this holiday season, and you can double your impact. Abbey Bank will match all monetary donations for a total of $2,000 made through the Wausau and Weston Abbey Bank locations by Friday, December 12th. All donations will go to Peyton's Promise in Marathon County. For more information, visit abbeybank.com. Happy holidays from all of us. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. You know it's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, like they literally picked up everything. Whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
Welcome back to the Doghouse, Eau Claire North High School. Crosstown showdown between the Huskies and the Old Abes, and it's Memorial up big as we get set to start the second half. 55-8 is your score. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you. Spargs, Memorial went on a 14-0 run in that first half to take an 18-2 lead, and they just kept adding to that lead. They forced turnovers, they got shots in the paint, they got layups, they hit some threes. Basically, again, when you score 55 points in one half of girls high school basketball, your offense is clicking, to say the least.
Yeah, and again, that's just something the Old Abes are so good at. All of a sudden, they can just go on a run. It just blitz you. They get a couple of turnovers, they'll run the floor on a miss, they'll get layups, they'll get steals, and all of a sudden there's 16 points on the board, and the whole minute's run off the clock. They are dangerous when they get rolling like that.
And speaking of minutes running off the clock, we will be in a running clock situation barring a big-time North comeback. And again, you know, for the Huskies, Spargs, it's not for lack of effort. They have been out there scrapping. I think we may have set a record for held balls in that first half. But
and we just added to it.
Yeah, and they're giving it their all. But again, they're down their leading scorer, Adeline Shepler. 15.4 points per game, who makes so much happen. She's a ball handler. She can attack the basket. Good shooter. It just, without her, the spacing hasn't been probably what Coach Deb Peterson wants to see. And it just kind of got away from them. Nora Kling, the step through. That time, good defense by the Huskies. And coming out of there with it is Neumuller. And it's one of these things, Spargs, it doesn't matter what sport it is. At some point, if you're down big, you just have to do anything you can to just break the game down into small pieces. And, I'm guessing Deb Peterson said, hey, let's go win these first 5 minutes. Let's try to see if we can outscore them in the first 5 minutes of the second half and get some things going positively. But a turnover, and Nora Kling is able to bank that one up and in.
Yeah, she's up to 19 now for the game. McCarthy up to 11 here for the Old Abes. But, yeah, you're right. Coach Peterson, she's going to take this time to really keep working with those young kids. She's still got a young team. She's got freshmen and sophomores on the floor. So you just coach them up, do the best you can, see if they can get better. Again, it's a long season. You're looking ahead to other games.
Neumuller from outside. Good look, just a little long. Kling pulls down the rebound.
Good
Playing
luck.
ahead, Ava Hoytom on the finish.
Great job of Hoytom running the floor there. Kling finding her.
Neumuller on the drive, cut off along the baseline by McCarthy. Scramble, McCarthy comes out of there with it. To Kling, nice bounce pass to Shaw. Rhea Shaw won't get the roll, but Nora Kling is there.
She is having a field day on the glass day. Those offensive boards, she's probably about 4 or 5 putbacks for points.
30-second timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching girls high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Car Wash.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. the only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back to the Doghouse. Dave Sparger, you and I will be back here on Friday for some boys basketball. It'll be the Huskies hosting River Falls. The Wildcats of River Falls just picked up a nice win over local rival Hudson in their last game.
Yeah, that Big Rivers boys, boy, that is a conference to be up for grabs. Everybody's got at least one loss, and they are just all bunched up. That'll be a great second half of that season.
Yeah, tonight, the Old Abe's boys are hosting Marshfield. Marshfield, the defending state runner-up in Division I. And they are having another great season.
Yeah, the Marshfield boys, they go 6'8", 6'7", 6'7" up front. So very long and very athletic.
And they're skilled bigs, too.
Absolutely.
That's the other thing. They're guys that can put it on the floor. They can shoot from the perimeter. More good defense played by the Huskies. Newmuller getting in there and scrapping.
Yeah, good
and
job.
The held
sinking.
ball will give it back to the Huskies.
Yeah, good job of sinking down there in the paint there when she saw her go baseline and took that pass away. Good defense there.
Huskies looking for their first points of the second half. That off a Memorial foot. Casey Schleisner back in for North. Newmuller will get a break. Anna Schmidt gives it off up top to Hadley Sullivan. On the drive, Manteful gets in the lane. Hoop won't have it. Scramble for that rebound. Abe's come out of there with it. Here's Evelyn Bast to Cora Graham.
Oh, great cut right there.
Finds the cutting, Veronica Fessenmeyer. Boy, Fessenmeyer has given the Abes some good minutes tonight.
Yeah, she did a great job running the floor and seeing that seam. Great job by Graham, finding her cutting.
8-0 run for the Old Abes to start this second half. On that deflection, Bast picks up the loose ball. Bast, boy, really close to steps that time, and then Ava Hoytom hits the three.
Yeah, the dagger after you want to call for the travel, and sure enough, the other one knocks down a three after it.
On the drive, up and under, Manteful almost got that one to go. Good scramble there, and Sullivan's shot. Well, now we're just getting to that part of the game where it's just shots aren't going. It's just kind of some bad luck for the Huskies. Toutant out of the corner hits the three. Boy, everything dropping for the Old Abes tonight.
Good job by Bass, though, that penetration. Seeing Toutant parked out there on the corner. Gives it up, good look, she knocks it down. Again, that Old Abe defense has just been relentless. Everything's contested.
On the drive, Manteful, and she gets that one to drop.
That's a pretty move right there and a good finish.
Alyssa Manteful up to 5 points. She's got half the offensive production for the Huskies. Multiple subs getting ready to check in for both teams. Inside, Ava Hoytom.
But again, there's those penetration looks on the inside. Old A's has just had that all night.
Ava Hoytom now up to 13 points.
Yeah, she's got 13. Fessenmeyer's got 7. Bast has got 6. I mean, you can just go right up down the roster of the Old A's, and they're all sitting in that range.
So lots of subs in for both teams. Delaney Clark seeing her first action tonight. She wears number 15. She's a sophomore for Memorial. Number 20 is Callista Dow. Also seeing her first playing time tonight.
And she's a freshman again. There's another one coming up.
Getting in the lane is Addie Larson, but That one. Well, now the official is going to chat about that one. It is a new year, make it a new you with help from Balanced Health by Dana, offering hormone replacement therapy and customized medical weight loss programs. It's a new year, time to improve your overall well-being. Go to balancedhealthbydana.com today for more information. Neumuller with the basketball. Guarded tightly there by Dow. Look inside, Mia Thompson kicks it to Hernandez. Neumuller looking for that step through. They get it down to Hernandez. And are we going to get the held ball or are we going to get a reach?
They're going to get a discussion here between those two officials. They're going to go with the reach-in foul by Clark, it looks like.
So Hernandez to throw it in. On the drive, Rude. Tough shot. Last touched by the Old Aves. Again, you see the Huskies on that possession. They're scrapping. They're trying to do everything they can. It's just the shooting percentage is way down. The turnovers are up. And it's kind of added up to be the score what it is. Chloe Rude, the step through, won't get the roll. Clark pulls down the rebound. Fired down court off the hands of Dow.
Well, while we got a chance, Callista Dow, her mom is Becca Lundquist. She was a star for the basketball team back in the day. She was an all-conference player, all-Northwest player, just an outstanding, player back in her day. Her dad, Jordan Dow, he was an outstanding basketball player, tennis player for the Old Abe. So there's some Old Abe lineage there, too. Another one coming up.
Sparks, you and I have been around long enough that we're starting to see second generations. Right?
Isn't that the truth? Yeah.
Good look inside. Yeah. Unable to finish is Larson. Tracking it down is Dow. Wanted to feed Larson off the hands, though. Chloe Rude, the Old Abe's will keep it. I think when we start getting to grandkids, then we'll know we've been around a long time.
Yeah, that'll be too long then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun to see these old kids that you've taught or coached.
Good look from the outside by Clark. Hoop wouldn't have it.
The officials got good hands.
That one was going to sail out of bounds, and I think the officials get a big grin over there.
Yeah, he had that one rifled right at him. He had no way of getting out of the way.
Time out on the floor. We'll take one as well. You're watching Girls High School Basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Your business security not so secure? It's time to send an SOS to SOS Security in Eau Claire. With SOS's total business control system, you can lock doors, turn off lights, control thermostats, and more, all from the convenience of your smartphone. Contact us today and we'll design and install a custom business automation system for you. We'll even give you $100 off a new or upgraded system. From concept to completion, your business is secure with SOS Security.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds...
Back at the doghouse, North Huskies find themselves down to the Memorial Old Aves. Huskies, they put up a battle. It's just too many turnovers, low shooting percentage. Checking back in for the Old Abe's is Ava Hoytom. Not in a running clock situation just yet. That'll happen at the 9-minute mark. Taken away by the Old Abe's. Clark ahead to Hoytom. Good job, Ava Hoytom, putting on the brakes. On a little flyby there. Hoytom now up to 15 points. Good defense there by the Abes and Dow. Huskies come out of there with it, and Rude has it. Chloe Rude got it knocked away, so she can start the possession again. Wanted to get it to Hernandez, but Hernandez had already started her baseline cut. More players back in for the Huskies as they'll get some of their starters back in there.
Yeah, the Old Abe's right here with 3 freshmen, a sophomore and a senior in their lineup. Great cut by Clark.
Abe scrapping. Get the ball back. Here's Clark on the drive. Inside feed to Larson. A little too much traffic in there.
Too close to that second time now. They've been trying to feed Larson, but the spacing's just not there. They're just too tight.
Bro will back it out. Up top to Manteful. She's got 5 points to lead the Huskies. Newmuller has 4. Now you got a whistle and a foul on the drive.
Yeah, they're going to get Fessenmeyer there on the reach.
Cora Graham back in for the Old Abes, so Memorial will have 1 starter out there as North has all 5 of its starters on the floor. 9:45 remaining in this second half. Good inbounds play by the Huskies, and Lily Brote knocks that one down. Cora Graham in the corner. Delaney Clark on the kick out to Ava Hoytom. You see the Old Abes are trying to get some of those other players into the scoring column.
Yeah, you're
which
right.
Which is good to see.
Yeah, they've got their heads up and they're kind of looking for ways to find them. You know, especially got a couple of these kids that come up from the JV team and getting some clutch varsity minutes, see if they can feed them.
So Fessenmeyer will go to the line.
Yeah, Fessenmeyer was 7 tonight. She's looking to add on to that.
Well, again, this is one of the strengths of Memorial, especially this season, just that depth. Being able to kind of mix and match and play an up-tempo style, play pressure defense, because you know that you can go to your bench and got players who are going to produce. Graham with the big block. Lead pass a little bit too far for Dow. She was trying to save it.
Well, the other big thing tonight is that the Old Abes aren't faced with that size. You know, we talk about Rice Lake being 6'2" and 6'3", and really had to use a lot of strategy in handling that size. Well, North just as short, I guess you would say, as the Old Abes. There's just no size advantage, if anything. Maybe the Old Abes have a little bit more size, a few more inches in the height, and so they could switch everything, they can run everything, and just makes it even tougher for the Huskies.
Down on the low block is Brote. The correction, that was Manteful. They're going to get Cora Graham on the foul. Yeah, that's the thing in the Big River, Sparks, is every team has a different look and does different things, has different strengths. You mentioned Rice Lake with Addison Schmidt, the traditional 6'2" post player. And then you've got 6'3" Adeline Shepley, who can do a little bit of everything. There's a really nice move on the baseline by Newmuller.
That gets Newmuller up to 6 points tonight.
Tough shot in the lane by Clark, and cleaning up is Addie Larson. Clearing some space inside was Lily Brote. Play-on situation there. Here comes Fessenmeyer. Loops it inside to Larson. Dow battling for the rebound.
And that'll be a jump ball, but it stays with the Old Abes.
Clock continues to run with the margin being what it is. On the cut, they found Clark. Well defended that time by the Huskies. North will be back in action Friday when the Huskies head to River Falls. Memorial will be at home. They'll host the Menominee Mustangs. Step through in the lane and the finish, Veronica Fessenmeyer.
Yeah, Fessenmeyer, the strong move.
She's up to 9 points. Long three-pointer. Schleissner came up a little short there. Fessenmeyer somehow stayed in bounds. Foul on the drive. Clark, open look. Hoop wouldn't have it. Offensive rebound, Toutant. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Huskies. Good look out. That inbounds pass. Larson, second chance. Well defended that time by the Huskies. A steal by Toutant.
Yeah, Toutant.
The pass to Addie Larson for two.
Great pass by Toutant. Good job by Larson running the floor.
You know, if you notice, Brandon Fanning, the head coach for the Old Abe's, has not sat down. Doesn't matter what the margin is. He wants to coach a certain way. He wants the game to be played a certain way. He wants unselfish play. He wants the fundamentals. The foul's going to go on Larson.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to keep coaching these young kids up. You know, he wants them to play fast. He wants them to play smart. And so he's just to keep preaching that no matter who's on the floor. And, again, he's got a lot of youngsters out there, freshmen and sophomores, and so he's going to keep working with them.
Olivia Hansen to the line. Well, you want to build everybody's confidence. Because the other part of it is that how are your regulars going to improve in practice unless they're getting pushed by the other players? Larson inside, the kick out. Dow will try the three-pointer. That's long, knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Clark. Katie Jones and Delaney Helland in the game for the Huskies.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Old Abe's mishandled the inbounds pass, so to go back to the Old Abe's.
Open inside as Larson couldn't quite finish. Katie Jones was able to grab that loose ball. Wanted to feed Chloe Rude inside.
Clark was able to deflect that one out of bounds.
Inbounds pass to Mia Thompson. Thompson, the step through, that's no good. Rebound to Fessenmeyer, ahead to Clark. Finds Toutant, great catch. Open look from the perimeter. That three won't go down. Clark with the offensive rebound.
How about Larson taking a look from three? Got that in the transition offense.
Well, I think the way the game is played now, Sparks, I think everybody.
Oh, everybody's got the green light. Yeah,
got the
pretty
light
inbounds play.
The three. Addie Larson able to finish. A's add to that lead.
Larson up to 6 points tonight.
Chloe Rude will try one from the perimeter, and she sinks it.
Deep three. Good looking shot right there.
Nice job, Chloe Rude. Larson was looking for that pass. Eventually, she gets it down to Dow, who finds Clark.
Oh, Clark unable to finish.
Hope wouldn't have it, and they're going to get Callista Dow on the foul, going for that offensive rebound. We're under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think Clark and Dow are the only two that haven't scored for the Old Abes tonight, and right there, Clark misses a little bunny. You could see how frustrated she was.
On the drive goes Thompson. Mia Thompson gets all the way in and scores. How about that for some consistent effort there? Clark followed on the drive. She will head to the line.
Yeah, here's an opportunity now from the free throw line for her to get some points.
Huskies number 3, Mia Thompson. At the line for the Abes, number 15, Delaney Clark.
No pressure on Clark. She's got a couple family members across the way recording that one for the photos. So, yeah, hey, 1 out of 2 there. Telling the brothers, come on now. Trying to concentrate here. How about that shot? Mia Thompson.
Couple of good looks here late.
Final 30 seconds of this one. Dow on the kick out. They rotated. Toutant will try a 3. That's no good. Clark hustles after that one. Toutant takes a look with under 20 to go, and
Coach Fanning says pull it. Yep.
Back it out here.
He's like, let's run this clock out and end this thing.
So this one, well.
Wow, they got a foul, but it's not the bonus, so that should actually run this clock out for us, and that'll do it.
That'll do it. 82-21. All Old Abes tonight. They led 55-8 at the half. They coast to the win. 82-21. Eau Claire Memorial now 8-3 overall this season. 5-0 in the Big Rivers Conference. North Huskies dropped to 4-9, 1-5 in the BRC. Next up for the Huskies, a trip to River Falls on Friday. Old Abes will be at home to host Menominee on Friday. Sparks, we came in realizing, okay, Huskies are going to be at a disadvantage, and then you come to find out that Adeline Shepler, their leading scorer, is not going to be able to play. No Lydia Palmier for the Old Abes, but Memorial just used their depth and pulled away. Again, they had that big run, that 14-0 run very early in the first half, and they coast to the win tonight, 82-21. Give the Huskies credit. They scrapped, they did everything they could, but Abes were just kind of clicking, hitting on all cylinders, whatever cliche you want. They had it going tonight.
Yeah, they sure did. You know, I'm sure when Coach Fanning put on the pregame, this is what we got to do. Well, I'm sure he could probably check off every box on that one. Just a great job offensively of taking care of the ball, running that zone attack just to perfection. Great job defensively. The big thing is they don't want to put, teams on the free throw line, and they really didn't until late in the first half, not at all in the second half. So, again, a good job there. Huskies, hey, that's just, again, they take this, you learn from it. Those young kids will learn from this and try to get better. And that's just all you can do. You take these kind of games and you just build off it. Look at the film and see what you can learn from and just keep getting better.
Well, and part of that, too, is getting Adeline Shepler back. And, of course, Shepler, it's a crosstown game. You want to play. You're a senior. You're the leading scorer. It's tough to sit, but Deb Peterson and the coaching staff, they have to think long-term. You want Adeline Shepler for the stretch run. You want to win as many games as you can during the course of the season, but we're really to the midpoint of January. You've got a number of weeks to go, and you've got to think long term, and you want to get yourself in a position where you're playing your best basketball toward the end of February and heading into the postseason.
And that's the thing about an ankle sprain, right? I mean, sure, she probably could have gone tonight, but it would have been nagging, right? It would have bothered her. Then it would have bothered her after the game, would have continued. It would have been one of those lingering things that just would have kept going throughout the season, and you don't want that. Like you said, get it healthy now, get it back to 100%, and then let's get synced up for that late season run.
All right, coming up next, the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or at nasonvilledairy.com. You have been watching girls high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back to the Doghouse. Eau Claire Memorial picking up a win tonight to improve to 5-0 in the Big Rivers Conference, knocking off North 82-21. We got the two Avas here, Ava Hoytom, Ava McCarthy. Ava Hoytom, let's start with you. 15 points tonight. All year long, Coach Sparger and I have been talking about the depth of this team. What's it like to be on a team where anybody can get into double digits basically any night? It just depends who's got the hot hand.
It's really awesome because you can always have a lot of trust in your teammates when we have so much depth on our team. It's just really a lot of trust in it.
And Ava McCarthy, I think coming in, you found out that Adeline Shepler wasn't playing tonight, but still you can't take North lightly. What were you guys hoping to accomplish tonight? What were the things you were trying to focus on?
We were trying to focus on improving our defense for bigger games and stuff, and just working hard and doing the jobs.
For you guys, boy, this has been a tough stretch. You had that down to the wire game against Rice Lake on Friday. Had to go to Appleton on Saturday to play a really tough team. Now you got the crosstown game Tuesday. You got a couple days before you host Menominee on Friday. What's going to be important these next couple days?
A lot of hard work and practice, that's for sure.
And for you guys, we're getting to that middle point of January, and it's not that far away when the postseason is going to be around. But what are going to be the important things between now and then? What are you going to want to work on over the course of this rest of the season?
Well, we're just going to keep our same standard in practice and keep working as a team and keeping the energy up, and obviously, keeping our defense intensity up.
I'm glad you mentioned practice. How intense are those practices?
We want to rip each other's heads off.
I guess that answers that one. And with that, before you rip my head off, I'm going to hand this to you, and you guys can do the highlight house. As soon as Dominic gives you the thumbs up, you can take it.
Okay.
I'm Ava McCarthy.
I'm Ava Hoytom.
And we're in the house.
Thank you, guys. Best of luck to you. And we'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
All right, so that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. Our crew will be back here in the doghouse on Friday. Boys High School basketball will be the North Huskies hosting the River Falls Wildcats. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for producer, videographer Dominic Millay, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from the doghouse at Eau Claire North High School.